Good morning. Only a day's break from yesterday's Commanders list, and I am coming out with a pretty epic Genesis quarterly. It's been a while. These were probably my five, well, as a group, definitely probably my favorite Genesis quarterly. I guess the 6 gold CAC Morgans that I sold together were also pretty exceptional. So, quick backstory. This is a 1901 proof set missing the dollar. Whenever I sold the gold CAC dollars off as a Genesis quarterly, I had to decide whether to break them up or to break up this proof set. I did break up the proof set, so it is missing the dollar. So it's 1901, the cent to the 50-cent piece. I'm selling these all together, and I'm starting out with the cent. So I'm just going to talk about these coins as I go through, try to point out the stuff that I love, and if there's any flaws, imperfections, which, you know, they're not all perfect, but they are pretty freaking amazing. This one is 64 red-brown CAC. It is got lovely magenta and green toning on it. By the way, there's only 30 gold CAC proof Indians out there that have been graded, at least that are still in the pop. Maybe some fell off the population report. This coin is gorgeous. Rattler holder. You can tell that all these coins were together in an original set, by the way, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Reverse is a little bit more traditional. These little lines, you can see that these are on the holder. I did polish this holder, but sometimes lines on a Rattler are hard to get out, but I wanted to just try to differentiate what's on the coin versus the holder. Lots of people wanted me to split this set up, but I'm going to sell it intact. Not really going to even talk much because this is just so pretty. So rare to find a complete set, proof set, an original proof set in Rattlers. Okay, this 1901 5-cent piece, nickel, is pretty freaking amazing. So this is what an 8 looks like, by the way. So this obverse is an 8, like all day. This right there, that's on the holder, that little thing that joins between stars 4 and 5. This coin is essentially flawless. Obviously a very strong cameo on the obverse. This coin is reverse grade limited because the reverse also has a light cameo, but a little bit more original, which is what all these coins kind of show, is more originality. Well, I should say more toning on the reverse because of how they sat. This little line that blinks, that one right there, that is also on the holder. Coin is a 7 on the reverse, an 8 on the obverse. You can make the determination about the cameo. Sure looks like a cameo to me. I wouldn't say it's a decam because of the reverse, and honestly the obverse doesn't quite make deep cameo, but it's close. And wow, I tried to rattle these coins. These coins are not budging, not even remotely. So since I don't want to hurt any of the holders, I'm leaving them as is. Next up is this lovely Proof 66 dime, clear cameo here as well. That is on the holder, that little fleck. And just like the dollar, the half, and the quarter, you can see that the toning is deeper on the reverse. This with magenta, blue, some purple. Look at that. That magenta there is so gorgeous. And then it goes to blue within more fiery oranges. An amazing coin. This is a lint mark right here, by the way. This little one above the N. Lint mark is when it's as struck. So just keep that in mind. But wow, look at the mirrors and the cameo on that coin. Awesome. All right. Next up is a Proof 65 Gold CAC quarter, another obvious cameo obverse. This coin has a little bit more toning on the obverse than the other coins. You can see also a little bit of haze right there. It's natural. It's not PVC or anything. It's how the coin was stored. Beautiful piece. Reverse toned very similarly to the dime. Not quite as attractively. You get some of the magenta, get some blues. Any lines that you see are on the holder. They're not on the coin. So cool. You can see all the serials are not in order, but they are very, very, very close. And there are some other coins in this set that actually were, you can see how they were spaced by denomination in the submission. These were absolutely submitted together. And I would guess 99% certainty that this is an original proof set. When you see them, when they look like a certain way, you just know after you've looked at so many of them. This coin is the star of the entire bunch. Gorgeous color, clean fields. This is only one of 9 gold CAC proof barbers in the population. I've made 2 of the 9 from separate deals, actually. I made one in this deal, and then I made one in a separate deal for a coin that I kept myself. I would love to put these coins away. I just can't. I can't do it. It's not, doesn't fit my very, very, very narrow collecting focus, but my Lord. I've got this coin priced at 8 cameo money, which is what I grade this coin. It is phenomenal. And obviously it all goes together. This is my favorite reverse toned. You can see the magentas, the blues. A lovely cameo. This coin is very close to decam. I think the obverse holds it back just a hair from being a decam. And just immaculate. This is a set that you put away and you pass down. You just never sell this, and you just never let it leave the family. That's the way that I generally think about stuff like this. So anyway, those 5 coins are offered here today for $34,350, and I think that they're worth every cent. Most of the money is tied up in this coin, but nonetheless, they should all stay together. And for the purists that are upset that I broke up the dollar, which was also a Proof 66 Gold CAC, I had to make a choice, and I made it, and at least these 5 are still intact together. And maybe the gentleman that bought the 6 Gold CAC Morgans will buy this as well. I wish everybody luck. This first one to mark or text something with a timestamp is the one that gets this. And until next week, happy hunting. Thank you very much for the viewership.